Yep, there it is. Sometimes you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time, especially around animals, even if they're your own pets who normally get along great. Watching TV, watching movies with my wife, dogs both sleeping next to each other. And, dogs have dreams, right? Have you all seen your dogs before where they kind of sometimes they'll be like, or they'll see them like moving their paws or something. I mean, they have dreams. And I don't know if it was a noise or a sound in the movie, but one of the dogs moved. They were both asleep. They both woke up and growled and jumped at each other. And I quickly pulled the littler one, Fitzgerald, off the couch and looked at the other one and was like, hey. And before I could finish that sentence, jumping over on top of the couch and slicing down was the hero of the day trying to save his little brother, our cat. He always looks out for little Fitz. Anytime they play too rough, she jumps in and tries to get the big dog to back off. Well, she had her claws full out and just sliced me open. Oh, I was so mad. My first reaction was I wanted to backhand that cat off the couch against the wall, but that's not going to happen. And my wife's like, honey, it didn't mean to. It didn't mean to. It was protecting Fitz. And I just got up and ran off. So anyway, owie. That was my owie today. 2 big deep slices. Put some medicine on it. Got it taken care of. All right. Well, we're going to do some math today, guys. It's going to be less work this week. We're only covering 4 topics on IXL this week. That'll be 1 per day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And at some point, Tuesday or Wednesday, we're going to assign a 20-question math bot. So we'll tell you more about that tomorrow or the next day. And as always, Friday will be our test. And this is our last week before our 6 weeks final grades. So make sure you all do your best. All right, let's jump in and take a look at what we're doing today. All right, just before we finish up with the IXL, it won't take long at all. There's not many levels at all. It's a very easy assignment. Just wanted to shout out much love. Miss you guys. Be safe. God bless and protect you and your families. And you know what? Do the schoolwork. Get it out of the way, and then have all the free time you want. Okay, don't put yourself in a pressure situation where you're running behind. I've had to call and hound a couple people to stay on pace. I've still got a few that are behind. Guys, there is going to be some repercussions at the end of this year. There's going to be some people having to go to summer school, even if it's online, or being held back, or whatever. There's going to be consequences. Do your work. Don't disappear. Okay? All right. Let's screen share. And we're going to go to 2 variable equations. I'm going to asterisk it right now. I will have this post on your, oops, double click, sorry. There we go. We'll have it post on your Google Classrooms tomorrow at like 7:30 a.m. for you early risers. Okay, so here's how hard it's going to be, guys. First of all, there we go. I got to build C. All right, so here's problem number 1. Like we just did on the few problems as an example, we have y equals 8x. And if I substitute these in, does it work? I told you one of the biggest tricks they do, and we read from left to right. So left to right, 8, 1, left to right, 8 here and a 1 here. So 8 equals 8 times 1, true, yes, no, wrong, okay? If this is a point on the coordinate plane, the first number goes on the horizontal, the x-axis, guys. Okay, the y is up and down. And x comes first, x comma y. So the 8 goes here for the x. 8 times 8 is 64. Does 64 equal 1? No. Nice try, IXL. They start you off with a trick right off the bat. Does the point 60 satisfy this equation? Well, first of all, if I put 0 for either one of these, it's going to be a 0 on that side and a 6 on the other. So I know it's not going to work. 6 is actually the x. So they're saying y is 0. Does 0 equal x? No. Okay. So there you go. I'm going to hit the, and I just don't get it. does 3 equal 2? Even if you don't know which one goes where, you know that's not true. There's nothing happening here. They should at least give us some work to do first to find out if they equal each other or not. I'm going to hit the jump a level on the teacher preview, being that I'm a teacher at a school. I have that privilege. Okay, does 9 comma 0 make the equation y equals 9 times x plus 9 true? Okay, well, let's take a look. Again, this is a situation where they're wanting you to drop this 9 here first. And then if you put the 0 for the x, 0 times 9 is 0 plus 9, you get 9 equals 9. Woohoo! Again, they're trying to trick you. What letter does this 9 represent? What comma what? Alphabetical order, x comma y. So this 9 goes to the x. 9 times 9 is 81, plus 9 is 90. Does 90 equal y 0? Why, no, sir, it does not. Nice try. Okay, brilliant, genius. Okay, again, 0, 1. Well, if I put the 0 in here for the x, 4 times 0 is 0. Does 1 equal 0? No. So these are pretty easy, guys. I mean, some of them I'm just like, really? Make me do a little work first. I know that's not your situation, students, but as a teacher, yeah, it's like, come on, give me a challenge here. All right, let's take a look at this. Negatives, that's what I told you. They do some zeros. I told you they do the switch in the order to try to confuse you. Now they're going to throw in negatives, okay? Well, whoever was in charge of making this one on IXL, I think had already done so much work. They were at the end of their shift and they were just like tired and math fatigue. I saw, guys, I did this one all the way through up to like 97%. Didn't miss a single one. Every time they put this y equals x, then these two numbers got to equal each other. They don't have no beefy, they don't have no anything going on. Any slope times the x, anything, okay? So does -3 equal 1? No. All right, let's try another one. Guys, and if it's because I'm looking over the screen, on a previous episode, I explained one of the first couple of days home on this spring break, or maybe it was after spring break, the start of distance learning. On that weekend, I dropped this computer, this laptop, and the screen just is gone. So I have it hooked up to an Apple TV monitor. So I project to that and so I'm looking over the screen. That's why, just so you know. All right, -1 and 0. So this one is x comma y. So -1 going here, and -1 times 2 is -2. A negative times a positive is going to equal negative. -2 minus 1. So if you had 2 negative counters and a third negative counter, you have 3 negatives. Or you could say, same sign rule. If I have 2 plus 1, 2 positives, you just add them together and you keep them positive. That's 3. If you have 2 negatives and a third negative, they're same sign rule. Add them together, you have more negatives. You have 3 negatives, okay? So does -3 equal 0? No. Again, if we switched it around, it would work. If you put the -1 here for the y and the 0 here, 0 times 2 is 0, you get -1 equals -1. They keep trying to get you to do y comma x, but guys, it's always x comma y, alphabetical order. So that's how they get you, one of the ways, okay? All right, let's do another one. I'll skip another level. Oh, jeez. That one doesn't work either, guys. All right, here we go. They're not even trying to make, these aren't even levels. Okay, here we go. Now this looks a little more difficult, a little more interesting. Okay, a -7 times a +7. 7 times 7 is 49. A negative times a positive is going to be a negative. So I get -49, and y is going to equal -49. Finally, ding, 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 we got one, boys. All right, so we're up to 83. Let's look at this one. So the numbers are just getting a little bigger. So if x is 15, and I put 15 here, here's what I want to show you, a positive times a negative. Let's make it a little easier. Let's just round it so we can get an idea, okay? Because the bottom line is they're telling you the y, they're trying again to get you to switch them. If you put the 0 for x, 0 times negative 65 equals 0, and all you have left is 15. And if you put the 15 for the y, 15 equals 15. See what I mean? But even so, if we do it the right way, and I'm not asking you to do 15 times negative 65 exactly. Let me just show you a quick, easy way. Let's first find out what they're trying to say it equals. They're trying to say it equals 0. Y is 0. The x, 15, I'm going to round the 15 to a 10. Positive 10 times negative 65 is negative 650. And then you do that, and it's going to be negative 635. Does that equal 0? Not even close. So you don't have to do it exactly. Just round it to a place where you can do it in your head, and you can see it's not going to equal 0. Again, they just did the switcheroo on the x and y. If nothing else, you should learn that from this lesson. It's always x comma y, the first number, and the standard slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. The y always comes first over here. So that's what's confusing, and they're trying to take advantage of that. But the 15 is the x. All right. Let's try one more at this level, and we'll show you the top level. Okay, 1 for x, 1 plus negative 8. I'm not struggling to do the math, guys. I'm like, they're not even trying to make it difficult here. So they should have made it like 1 plus negative 9. And then you would have been thinking, your brain would have said, oh, a 1 and a 9 together equal a 10. And you had a negative 10 over here. But the problem is it's a positive 1 for x. So a negative 9 would have gone down, the digit would have gone down. The value would have gone up, okay, because it was a positive 1. Anyway, if you didn't understand what I'm saying, I should have used my writing utensils, guys. Sorry, it's slow and clunky when I do that. But anyway, so it's not even a negative 9, it's a negative 8. So the 1, positive 1, that changes that to a negative 7. That does not equal negative 10. Okay, All right, let's go to the top level here. Dun, da, da, da. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Huge, crazy numbers to freak you out. Okay, let's find out, guys. So first thing you need to know is the negative 332 is the y, okay? When they try to make it confusing and I don't want to do a pen or pencil and do all the exact math for sure, I'm going to just kind of logically do a couple of things first, okay? So negative 332 is going to go here, but this giant negative number, negative 368, because it's more negative than that, is going here. And what are they wanting me to do that? We have minus a negative, or you could say do not subtract. It's a double negative. I told my students a story whenever you have these double negatives, it's like if it was your senior year and your beau or your boo and you just broke up before the big prom dance, the last dance of the year. And so you're not in the mood to go. You don't want to go hang with all your friends and if he or she's going to be there and it feels weird. And, so your parents know it's the last big hurrah with you and all your friends before they go off to different colleges or move out of town or get jobs and make new friends with coworkers or get their new besties and beaux and boos and bye-bye, you're gone, okay? It's all, after high school, like most of them, bye, you got social media, that's it, okay? Which is, y'all have is better than what we had. We got social media 20 years after we left all of our old friends. Okay, anyway, so that I would always say, when you see that double negative, that's like saying, the parents are saying to you, I know you don't feel like you want to go. Don't not go. Do they want you to not go? No, they want you to really go. Don't not go. That's a double negative in English. It really means they want you to go. So that's what that is. And plus, they normally would put that in parentheses right there. I don't want to waste time to do this real quick, but let me show you. If I did that, if we can see it normally, when they have the double negatives, and that's not a very good one, they put the parentheses here. Yikes. Okay, that's parentheses. And I tell my students, look, doesn't that kind of look like a giant plus sign? The parentheses and the two negatives, kind of make a giant plus sign, okay? So a double negative minus a negative, or the opposite of negative 39, is plus 39. Okay, so what am I saying? We have negative 68, 368. This is really lagging behind. Like my finger moves and I wait 3 seconds to see what's going to show up on the screen. I don't know if I'm going to the right location. Okay. And then I'm going to plus 39, guys. Okay, well, here's the thing. This is a negative and a positive. When we're adding and subtracting, and the different sign rule is you subtract. I'm going to erase this real quick. I apologize, and it's really, that's why I didn't want to do this. It's really lagging right now. You subtract the smaller digit from the bigger digit, okay? The 368 is way bigger than this 39 as far as the digits. I'm not talking about the value with the positives and negatives. So different sign rule is you just subtract the two, the smaller digits from the bigger digits. So 9, you're gonna have to borrow one right there. I don't even know yet if this is gonna work because I'm so focused on trying to write, guys. I normally see ahead quite a ways. All right, so I'm gonna have 18 minus 9. I'm gonna have a 9er down here. I'm gonna have 5 minus 3. It's gonna be a 2. And then I'm gonna have 368. Or I'm sorry, the 300 left, okay? Because I didn't borrow from that. So then the different sign rule is you keep the sign from the biggest digit. So the biggest digit wins. There's way more negatives than the positive 39, so my answer has to be negative. All right, long story short, does the negative 329 equal the y, which is supposed to be negative 332? No, they made us do all that work. Okay, that's challenge level for you guys. Enjoy, congratulations. In my classes, there's so much rigor to IXLs compared to what we normally have to do for our tests and things. We generally, once you get to 90 or 92%, we reward you with a 100% grade. Okay, there you go, guys. Thank you so much. Again, God bless and protect you and your family. And I'm going to stop this share. So that is your homework if you're in my classes. U1, 7th grade, U1 on IXL. Thank you much for being here. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Dun, dun, dun.